Welcome back to our VCE Business Management series. In the last video, we explored the difference between official and real corporate culture. Today, we're going a step further by looking at how businesses can actively change their corporate culture over time. Changing corporate culture isn't just about new slogans or mission statements, it requires real effort, strong leadership, and well-planned strategies. We'll discuss the key strategies for cultural change, with examples from Australian businesses that have successfully transformed their cultures. As always, don't forget to check out the study notes and practice questions in the description below to reinforce your learning. Let's start by understanding why a business might need to change its corporate culture, and then we'll dive into specific strategies used to make these changes happen. 1. Why change corporate culture? Corporate culture plays a huge role in shaping how businesses function, affecting everything from employee satisfaction to customer experiences. But sometimes, a company's culture may no longer serve its goals, or it might develop unhealthy practices that undermine performance. Companies may need to change their corporate culture to align with new business objectives, improve employee engagement and retention, adapt to industry changes or innovation, address cultural issues like poor communication or ethics concerns. A great example is Telstra. Over the past decade, Telstra has undergone significant cultural transformation to shift from a traditional telecommunications company to a technology-focused service provider. This change was driven by a need to keep up with industry disruptions and customer expectations, requiring Telstra to overhaul its internal culture to foster innovation and customer centricity. 2. Key strategies for changing corporate culture. Let's now explore the strategies Australian businesses have used to successfully change their corporate culture. A. Leadership commitment and role modeling. Leadership is the cornerstone of any cultural change. Change needs to start at the top, with leaders demonstrating the values and behaviors that reflect the desired culture. If leadership doesn't embody the change, employees are unlikely to follow. When Alan Joyce became CEO of Qantas, he faced a challenge. Qantas needed to shift from a more rigid, cost-driven culture to a more innovative, customer-focused one. Joyce led by example, prioritizing customer service and encouraging innovation in response to the competitive pressures of the aviation industry. His leadership was essential in setting the tone for the cultural change at Qantas. By consistently modeling the desired behaviors, leaders signal to employees that cultural change is a serious, long-term commitment. B. Clear communication of vision and values. Successful cultural change depends on a clear and consistent vision. Employees need to understand what the new culture entails and, more importantly, why it matters. Clear communication from leadership ensures that everyone is on the same page and knows how their roles align with the company's new values. An excellent example of this is Westpac. After facing criticism over ethical issues, Westpac redefined its corporate values, placing a stronger emphasis on integrity and accountability. Westpac's leadership communicated this shift clearly across all levels of the business, ensuring that employees understood the new standards and expectations. Clear communication provides employees with a roadmap, helping them align their daily work with the new cultural vision. C. Employee involvement. Involving employees in the cultural change process is another powerful strategy. When employees feel that their input is valued, they are more likely to embrace and drive the change. This involvement can be encouraged through feedback sessions, workshops, or suggestion programs. Australia Post offers a great example of employee involvement in cultural change. Facing challenges with customer satisfaction and operational efficiency, Australia Post launched internal programs to engage staff in conversations about how to improve service delivery. By involving employees directly, Australia Post ensured that the workforce was fully on board with the company's shift toward a more customer-focused culture. Involving employees not only boosts buy-in but also ensures that the cultural change is relevant to the entire organization. D. Training and development programs. Training and development programs are critical to helping employees adjust to a new culture. It's not enough to tell employees about the change, businesses need to equip staff with the skills and behaviors necessary to implement the new values effectively. BHP is a strong example of a company that used training programs to shift its culture. As BHP transitioned toward a safety-first culture, it implemented extensive training programs focused on safety protocols and leadership development. This training empowered employees to adopt the new culture, making safety a core priority across all levels of the company. Training provides employees with practical ways to adopt new values, making cultural change more sustainable over time. Reward and recognition systems. To reinforce the desired behaviors, companies need to ensure that their reward and recognition systems are aligned with the new culture. Employees who exemplify the new values should be recognized and rewarded, creating positive reinforcement for cultural change. At Commonwealth Bank, the bank ties its performance review system to its core values of integrity, accountability, and customer focus. Employees who demonstrate these values are recognized and rewarded, reinforcing the cultural shift and encouraging all staff to align with the company's goals. Recognition motivates employees to embody the cultural change and demonstrates that the business values the new behaviors. 3. Measuring and sustaining cultural change. Changing corporate culture is a long-term process, and to ensure that progress is being made, businesses need to measure the effectiveness of their efforts. Some ways to measure cultural change include employee feedback, regular surveys to assess employee engagement and alignment with the new culture. Behavioral metrics, tracking key behaviors that reflect the new values, such as collaboration rates or customer satisfaction scores. Performance indicators, evaluating how cultural change impacts business performance, such as higher employee retention or improved customer loyalty. For example, ANZ implemented a culture change aimed at fostering more agile and innovative practices. The company regularly surveys employees to gauge the effectiveness of these changes and makes adjustments based on feedback. Measuring progress ensures that cultural change is on track and sustainable. Ultimately, sustaining cultural change requires ongoing reinforcement and a commitment to continuous improvement. In summary, changing corporate culture is a critical process for businesses wanting to stay competitive and aligned with their goals. Key strategies include leadership commitment, clear communication, employee involvement, training, and reward systems. These strategies help businesses create a culture that drives success, as we've seen through examples from Australian companies like Qantas, Westpac, and Australia Post. Be sure to download the study notes and try the practice questions linked in the description. They'll help you think critically about how businesses approach cultural change. In our next video, we'll explore the concept of corporate social responsibility and how it influences business decisions. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and remember, mastering the strategies for changing corporate culture is key to your success in VCE business management. See you in the next video.